When did you realize the open door policy was completely fake? Second week at my first duty station, Fort Carson, 2019. Our company commander, Captain Brennan, held this big meeting in the formation area. My door is always open, he announced, making eye contact with every soldier. I mean it. You have a problem. You come see me directly. Don't suffer in silence. That's what leadership is for. Sounded great. Really inspiring stuff. The senior NCOs all nodded along like it was gospel truth. I was a private first class, fresh out of AIT, believed every word. Thought the Army actually cared about soldiers speaking up. 3 weeks later, I discovered why our unit had the worst safety record in the battalion. Our motor pool sergeant, Staff Sergeant Colby, was cutting corners everywhere, skipping vehicle inspections, signing off on maintenance that never happened, sending trucks on missions with known mechanical problems, all to make his numbers look good for the command team. I knew because I worked in the motor pool, watched him falsify paperwork daily, saw him tell specialists to ignore warning lights and just drive through problems. One Thursday, a Humvee's brakes completely failed during a convoy. Specialist Vaughn barely avoided a collision. Could have killed someone. I checked the logs. That vehicle's brake inspection had been completed by Colby 2 days earlier, except I'd been there. He never even opened the hood, just signed the form and moved on. My team leader, Corporal Reed, saw me looking stressed, asked what was wrong. I told him everything. The falsified inspections, the safety shortcuts, the near accident. Reed went pale. Don't tell me this. I can't know about this. Why not? Someone could die. Because then I have to report it. And reporting Staff Sergeant Colby means going against the motor pool. Nobody wants that headache. Captain Brennan said his door was open. For exactly this kind of thing. Reed laughed. Not a happy sound. Man, you really are new. That open door thing? That's for show. For the wives and the chaplain, not for real problems. I didn't believe him. Figured Reed was just cynical. So I took Captain Brennan at his word, walked straight to the company headquarters after duty hours, knocked on his door. He was doing paperwork, looked up surprised. Private Garrison? Something wrong? I laid it all out. Showed him photos I'd taken of inspection forms with incorrect dates. Explained the brake failure. Detailed every shortcut I'd witnessed over 3 weeks. Brennan listened quietly, took notes, seemed genuinely concerned. When I finished, he nodded slowly. This is serious. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Takes courage to speak up. Give me 48 hours to investigate. I left feeling relieved, like I'd done the right thing, protected my fellow soldiers. Monday morning formation, first sergeant called me out in front of the entire company. Private Garrison, you're being reassigned. Effective immediately, you're moving from motor pool to staff duty runner. Staff duty runner. The worst job in the company. Sitting at a desk overnight, answering phones, doing errands for whoever needed something. Zero actual responsibilities. After formation, Reed pulled me aside. Dude, what did you do? I talked to Captain Brennan like he said we could. About Colby? Yeah, Reed shook his head. You idiot. Colby's been here 6 years. He's tight with first sergeant. They deployed together twice. You're here 6 weeks and you think they'll side with you? 2 days later, I got called to the commander's office again. This time First Sergeant Landry was there too. Brennan didn't look friendly anymore. Private Garrison, we've completed our investigation into your allegations. And Staff Sergeant Colby has been counseled on documentation procedures. However, we found no evidence of deliberate safety violations. I stared at him. Sir, I showed you photos, dated inspection forms. Landry cut in. Those forms show some administrative errors. That's been corrected. But your accusations of deliberate misconduct were unfounded and damaging to unit cohesion. Administrative errors? The brakes failed. Mechanical failures happen, Brennan said coldly. That's why we have maintenance schedules, which Staff Sergeant Colby follows correctly. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Sir, you said your door was open, that it took courage to speak up. It does take courage. It also takes judgment. Throwing around serious accusations without understanding the full picture creates problems. You've disrupted the motor pool's operations with this investigation. I was trying to prevent someone from dying. Landry leaned forward. You're trying to make yourself look important by tearing down an NCO who's forgotten more about vehicle maintenance than you'll ever know. That stops now. They gave me a formal counseling statement for making unfounded allegations and damaging unit morale. I signed it because I had no choice. Spent the next 4 months as a staff duty runner while Colby kept running the motor pool his way. The kicker? 2 months after my reassignment, another vehicle had a mechanical failure during field training. This time, the steering column snapped. Rolled the truck into a ditch. 3 soldiers injured. 1 medically retired with a spine injury. Investigation found 18 vehicles with falsified inspection records, all signed by Colby. He got relieved of duty. First Sergeant Landry got a letter of reprimand. Captain Brennan got transferred to a staff position at division. And me? I got pulled back into the commander's office. New company commander this time, Captain Walsh. Private Garrison, I reviewed your counseling statement from 3 months ago. Looks like you were right about everything. Yes, sir. For what it's worth, you did the right thing. Taking that stand. I just nodded. Didn't feel like a victory. The new commander tried the same speech at his first formation. My door is always open. You have concerns? You come see me. Everyone stood there quietly. Nobody believed him. We all knew now. The open door was for show. Real problems got you buried.